Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to people on X as well. We're here to talk about last night's, I wouldn't say entertaining game. I nearly fell asleep first half, but yeah, it was a game that I expected. It wasn't going to be easy. Everyone expected it to be a very, very simple game. I don't know why people have this notion that playing a team in Italy is easy. It isn't, especially a team like Atalanta. They're very much, if we do a comparison, they're very much like Lons were for us last year? Um, you know, their fans are incredible. The stadium is small, compact. The atmosphere is incredible. Our fans are tiny. Kind of expected a hostile atmosphere. We got that. Atalanta are going to be up for it. Playing the Champions League. What team is not going to be up for it? You're seeing this in results all over Europe at the moment. That just because it's a team that you may not class as a big club doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So it's why I kind of expected Atalanta to possibly win. And, to be fair to them, I would say they slightly edged it last night. If it was to go on points, I would just edge them because I do feel that they caused us a lot more problems, unfortunately for us. So, look, the game started well for us. I did think we were well up for it when we got in there, but then Atalanta came into it more and more. First half, I'd say we slightly edged it. Second half, they definitely won the second half, without doubt. So we got to Chris. So what City versus Inter, Atalanta versus Arsenal? Cheers, lads. Oh Christ, yeah, it's mad, isn't it? 0-0s. I'd love to know what the odds were for getting 2-0-0s for those two games. I know the commentator was saying that he was guaranteed. He felt there was going to be goals in last night's game, and I'm pretty sure most people would have thought there would have been goals in the City Inter game, but just nothing. Who would have made that bet of 2-0-0s between Man City and Arsenal Champions League games? I guarantee the odds would have been absolutely incredible. But I wonder if anyone did do it because it'd be amazing. Ain't easy. I did say I felt that we would lose, to be honest. I did think, and I think if you were to do it on the boxing point system, I think they would have edged it. They would have been given the title personally. But yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky. I felt most of their players were very, very good. Even the subs when they came on, Corradro, or his name is, the ex-Juve player. My God, did he cause us problems? Retigu, I did say, yes, he possibly could have done better with the rebound from Raya, but Raya still has to do the magnificent save that he had to do in the first place. But I just felt Atalanta just looked more dangerous than we did in the final third. And we're going to have to get onto the final third again because this is the third reaction that, again, I have to talk about the final third because it is really, really bad. It's slightly concerning me now. Pick up to Chris saying, I'm more positive going into the weekend. Watched Williamson's first training session yesterday. It was on Carlisle app. Very good, very vocal, and a few top players don't suit his system potentially. Ah, interesting. Is Lavelle one of them? Because I'm guessing you were hoping that Lavelle does not fit the system. Sorry, I'm just having a drink. It is morning. In other words, we could see Wyke dropped a bench as he took lightning to Armstrong work ethic. Okay, so he wants people that are hardworking. So hopefully Lavelle drops out. That's what I'm hoping for you. But yeah, so there's obviously no goals to talk about because it finished goalless. So I'm technically I'm glad I didn't do the watch along as well because that would have ruined my record of no 0-0s. But the game was was a good game. It wasn't boring 0-0. I've definitely seen some boring 0-0s, but I did like nearly fall asleep just before half time because it got into a phase where I was just like, this is just dull now. I think that's when Atalanta was starting to come into it a little bit. So it was stifling us. But yeah, overall, I'll take a point. A point's better than no points. I know a lot of Arsenal fans, and I guarantee there's loads of rival fans going, ha ha ha, you drew to Atalanta. But it's Atalanta. And even Chris has said it like, they annihilated Liverpool, they annihilated Leverkusen, who annihilated Feyenoord last night. Gasperini sets them up extremely well. I do expect Atalanta to shock some teams in this Champions League. I don't know what their other fixtures are because obviously I don't really care because it's Atalanta, but I do expect them to actually get a decent pot of points in this system. So you never know, they could go through to knockout stages because I do see it happening. Chris saying 1-1 for the game. Yeah, you did say 1-1. I was like I felt Atalanta might just edge it just that little bit. And to be fair, Retigu probably should have done better. So yeah, but still Raya did an incredible save. I like how the commentators react like they've never seen a save. I've seen loads of saves like that over my lifetime of watching football, and I'm sure he's watched just as many. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised if I'm honest. Big up to Temi saying evening, Bobby. Evening, Temi. Hope you're doing well. Really poor from Arsenal. Should be disappointed. Disappointing result for Arsenal's need to aim to winning format. Yeah, I do get that, but it will refer back to Arteta's like philosophy of this transfer window. Like Odegaard's out. There's no one that, well, there is, but we're not going to use him. There's no one that we've got that can come in and do the Odegaard role. Now, I am absolutely fine with Baneri doing it. I'm also kind of keen on like Saka doing it if needed. We can put Jesus on out on the right, but Arteta's not going to do that. So talking about Arteta specifically, he chose this. He chose this idea of not going full in on the transfer window. Edu did a lot of work behind the scenes, had a lot of, transfers that were available to us, which we could have just rubber stamped and we could have got someone in. But Arteta went, no, my philosophy. It all kind of pushes on to what happens next summer, which is what he's done this for. But I do get it, but I don't agree with it, which I'm allowed to do. What is the point of having Waneri as Odegaard backup if we don't play? 100%, mate. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Still early at the same time. Yeah, I'm not. I will start worrying when our performances continue like this. I said it yesterday on the preview that it's it's concerning the way that we play in Europe. We did start very well yesterday in Atalanta, to be fair to us, but then it kind of just goes into the normal phase of Arsenal where we just don't look very good. We don't look very dangerous. We are very conservative, which isn't the way to be especially in this format. We can't be conservative because points are not going to get us anywhere. We can finish 8 games with 8 points, and we're going to be nowhere near the playoffs for that. But yeah, should have kept ESR. If he doesn't trust Ethan, he was never going to keep ESR. ESR is a Lookman type player, so the links with Lookman were far from accurate. I don't care who says it and what journalist says it, but they were far from accurate. Because Lookman is a free roaming player. Arteta doesn't like free roaming players. He likes players that will fit to a system and do exactly how he says it. ESR is a free roaming player. You see what he's doing at Fulham. He likes to just do what he wants, what he feels comfortable doing, and he'll do it and he'll excel doing his style of football. doesn't work at Arsenal. Waneri, again, I personally do think Waneri is a free roaming player, which is possibly why he's not getting in at the moment. But we're going to have to trust him at some point, because otherwise Waneri will be another player that goes, you know what, I need to go. And I don't want that at all. Raya penalty save was better than rebound. Maybe I'm harsh, but he said should be saving rebound. Yeah, where Retigu put it, he definitely should be saving that. Penalty save was great. Well done, Inaki. We all know exactly what you were talking about on the sidelines. So well done, Inaki, but well done to David. Obviously, David still got to do it. But yeah, it was still a good save, but I don't think it was as good as what they made it out to be last night. Can't believe we couldn't beat a team with the Boston bodyguard at the back line. I did say, Temi, unfortunately, mate, that it's going to be harder than we assume. Kolasinac, to be fair to him, had a decent game, if I'm honest. But that is what it is. By the way, party is finished. 100%. We'll get onto party when we get onto the ratings. I've got FIFA 25 loaded up right now on the Carlisle squad. You have to let me know what it's like, mate. I'm not someone that goes out and gets games very often because obviously I don't have the time. But the only one I've currently got in my wish list is Farming Simulator 25. I love it's mental. I have no links with farming whatsoever, but I do find farming games very relaxing. But yeah, stats says 14 to 15 points is enough. Well, let's hope so. Big up to my PB. He's in the house. Big up to Brenny. Hope you're doing well. Saying morning to each other. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Adding the doubt for Bournemouth, which not worried as. Yeah, exactly. You've got Kelleher. But I'm so confused how keepers can get injured in training. It's not like they do it any running. Normally it's, and it kind of annoys me that they do this in training because there's no need. For me, there should be like a parameter around them where like carry on doing what you do, it's striking, all that kind of stuff. But the problem is they still allow contact with the strikers. So I've got a feeling what has probably happened to Alisson is he's gone down, someone's kicked him or done something. For me, in training, that's not necessary. They don't need to do that. You know, they can simulate that without a player needed around. So I got a feeling that's how it's happened personally. Poor finish from rebound from me straight at Ray. Yeah, exactly. He had the whole goal and he literally, for me, went to the only place that Ray can literally save it. So I find it really potty that the commentator was making such a huge deal. It baffles me that they just want to kind of put everything on a massive pedestal like it's because the problem is there's a lot of fans out there that will go, oh yes, the world's greatest save. It was a good save. It was a good save. Don't get me wrong. It was fantastic, but it's definitely one of the best because I've seen many, many bests. I've seen Seaman's done at least a couple more better than Ray has in the time that I've seen David Seaman. So yeah, probably Darwin Noodles kicking, probably. Yeah, who's better? I mean, Martinelli and Anthony these days. Well, Martinelli again started well, but faded out. Now, what I would say is because everyone wants to pick on Martinelli, get it? I do get it, but who's the manager? Who's the manager? Who also left him on? We all saw it. We all saw how bad well, I'm not saying how bad he was playing, but he wasn't performing. So why did we not pull him? We pulled off Saka. We had another substitution we could have made. We could have taken him off, but we chose not to. That's down to Arteta. So Arteta is allowing Martinelli to continuously have these shots that are going over or bad passes, bad touches. That's going to get to Martinelli. If you continuously fail at something, mentally, you are going to be damaging yourself. Confidence-wise, ability-wise sometimes. And Arteta doesn't pull him. I don't know who's going to start at the weekend. Who knows? But if he starts again at the weekend and has another bad game, the fans will get onto Martinelli. But why are we not getting onto Arteta as well, who continuously plays him and continuously chooses him? We have got other players. There is other ways that we can get someone on that left wing. There's a certain person called Raheem Sterling. You know, Sterling comes on for Saka. I get resting Saka. That's absolutely fine. We've got a big game at the weekend. But how are you telling me that we can't get someone else? Yeah, so it's annoying. Martinez says Chris, Arteta stifling the creativity of these players. For me, he is. Big up to Eugene saying it's pointless talking about Isar and Vieira. The current players are the ones to play football. Arteta and his team will find solutions to win games. Let's support them. I am very much keen on saying that, and I'm sure it will all click. But what I will say is don't continuously play someone who's clearly in bad form. It's going to bother him. You know, you need to be a very strong mind. If you're not of strong mind, these bad performances and all the hatred you get on X and social media and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and trust me, I'm seeing it, it's going to bother him. It's going to have a knock-on effect, and it's not going to help him. It's definitely not going to help him. So we need to take him out the firing line, and there are ways we can take him out the firing line. So just do it. Give him some confidence. I do think that what Arteta needs to do off the pitch is tell him to have a little chat with Raheem and spend some training sessions just with Raheem, because Raheem, as much as some people don't like him, he is a very dangerous winger. He knows how to play extremely well. So yeah, for me, just take him out the firing line for now. You know, it's just only going to get worse. I think a confidence booster maybe would be next week against Bolton. Maybe put him in there with whatever he's going to do next week. I'm sure he's going to go youth style. I hope he does anyway. But yeah, not played game on new FIFA yet, but probably be the same old. It's called FC. Oh yeah. Hello, JJ. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, to be fair, I'd still call it FIFA, even though it's not FIFA. But yeah, to be fair, I still call Twitter, even though it's now X. So yeah, let's get on to stats anyway. I'll be ranting and raving for 20 minutes. Right, so possession-wise, 51% for Atalanta, 49% for the Arsenal, 6 shots for Atalanta, 5 for the Arsenal, just the one on target for both teams. 4 corners for Atalanta, 2 for the Arsenal. How's that? Only one target, shot on target. How's that work? Raya did 2 saves. Anyway, yeah, interesting. I'm going to double check that now because that's bothering me. I get told these stats. Let's have a look. So that can't be right, can it? Because he saved one and then saved it again. So technically, that's 2 saves on target. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 2 each. Right, 2 on target. Absolute rubbish. I don't know why I care. 4 corners for Atalanta, 2 for Arsenal. Final third phase. We're going to have to get onto this conversation again regarding Arsenal. Atalanta was 76, decent, but it needs to be 85 plus. Us again, we are nowhere near even. We're not even near 80. We're still below 70. And this is the 3rd time in a row now I've done a reaction and it's below that number. It is worrying now. It is clear to, I would say, 90% of the Arsenal fan base, right, that we needed someone in that final third. Yes, we got Raheem, but that wasn't what we wanted. We wanted a striker. It's becoming worrying because this is where it's all going to fail on us. If we don't improve in that final third, maybe we need Dubai already. Obviously, we had Dubai trip last season and it kicked us into gear. But for me, Yeah, it's becoming really, really worrying now. For all you XG lovers, because I know there's so many of you, 1.11 for Atalanta and 0.91 for Arsenal. Right, let's talk about the starting lineup. Raya was in goal. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. It was a decent starting lineup. I think most of us probably would agree that was one of the best. There was a few tinkerings with maybe Sterling starting, Jorginho starting, Calafiori starting, but other than even Trossard. But it's minor little details, minor little changes, nothing major. So yeah, it is what it is. But it was decent. Jesus was captain. Absolutely no idea why. It's actually the reason why I have not put captain on him, because I don't get it. I don't know how that guy is captain at all, vice captain. Yeah, Arteta definitely has his favourites. I don't think he actually thinks, okay, who's captain material? I think he just goes, okay, who do I really get on with really well and who won't speak over me? Okay, I'm going to choose him, because they're all very quiet and well behaved. Because me personally, that type of game called for a Declan, Gabriel, that type of player who was going to shout when needed. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. Captain Armband shrink on Jesus, mate. He went off. When he went off, it was Jorginho that came on in the end. But honestly, that guy is just, he annoys me. He annoys me now. He is not the same player that we first signed. Stupid. Sorry. Message just came up. I was trying to put one of your comments up and the message comes up instead. Ezra's the dribbling Sunoco sent into Dubai every break. Yeah, trust me, I need it. Nice 6-hour coach trip to Swindon tomorrow. Oh, lovely. My first game back since MK Don's defeat. Well, hopefully it's a good result for you, mate. That's what I'm hoping. But also enjoy Swindon. Swindon's not a too bad place, to be fair. Only because I was based in Barracks, not far from there. So, yeah, I don't mind Swindon. Can't get into those yet. Right, so I've got to do the ratings. Yeah, I hate doing this because I always feel like I'm a bad person, but I got to be true to myself. Right, so let's go for the team. Sorry, I do actually have a document here that gives me the scorings. Right, okay, so David Raya is going to get an 8, easy. That's not even hard. Ben White wasn't his best, but he wasn't awful. So a 7. Saliba, he's going to get an 8, mainly for that Lookman challenge. Yeah, so he's going to get an 8 for that Lookman challenge. Gabriel gets a 7. Timber gets a 7. Declan gets a 7. Some of his passing was a bit off yesterday. Thomas Partey, Jesus. He misplaced lots of passes yesterday. Was kind of weak as well, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to have Mark him down as a 6. Kai worked his little socks off, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest game for him, but he did work his socks off, so he's going to get a 7. Saka gets a 7. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Just about a 7 for me. And Martinelli gets a 6 just because there's just something not quite right with him, and I don't think it's going well at the moment. Cheers. I'll try to with JJ on coach. Nice debate with everyone about new coach. I'm actually more positive now seeing training session. We've got a few players who will see his style. Big up to that. Big up to Colm saying 0-0 away from home against decent Serie A side is a good result. Yeah, it is. Like, I was predicting a loss, to be honest, mate, when I did the review. The match review yesterday. I did think that maybe Atalanta might just pip us, but To get another clean sheet is incredible, by the way. Yeah, no one's really talking about that, but we've literally just let in one goal all season so far. We're coming up to the end of September. That's not bad. But yeah, overall, I thought we were doing it right. Let's talk about the subs. So the first subs to come on was Jorginho. He didn't do much, did he? That's the thing. But he wasn't bad. 7 for Georgie. Trossard then came on for Jesus. He's gonna have to get a 6. He didn't do much. It's just like, yeah. That's the thing that our subs, the next two did, like Calafiore. He just makes me smile. He really does. It's not very often a left back makes me smile, but he just does. It's the fact that he kind of plays like Maldini. Now Maldini is, other than Tony Adams, one of my favourite centre backs of all time. And I do say centre backs because full backs different category. But Paolo was just fun to watch. Like he just, he always just made me smile. I love him to bits, Paolo, but Calafiore really yesterday, even that little cameo that he did, he played about 20 minutes, but he just went forward. He's like going forward like he's a winger, and it's just fun. So yeah, for me, Calafiore gets a 7 because he just made me smile, and that's literally the reason why he gets a 7 is because he made me smile. Which, in a boring game, it was not easy. We'll move on to Raheem. I thought he did all right, to be fair. I don't think he was given the ball much, which is not down to him. But for what he did all right. So I can't mark him down as a 6 because I feel that's unfair because I've been putting other people in that category. So yeah, for me, he gets a 7. I thought he did all right. Temi's ratings. Reyes gets a 10, man of the match. Defender 7. Oh, was that all to 7s? Okay, got you. All the defenders get 7. Party minus 1,000. Fair enough. To be fair, he was really frustrating me last night. I have to be honest. Yeah, he deserved to come off last night, and rightly so. Rice gets a 4. Yeah, I see it. Havertz gets a 5. Again, I see it. Attack 0 stinks. Yeah. Again, I get it. I'm not going to disagree with. Sorry, I don't have a wolf in the background. That's my son. But yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. Substandard 5. Obviously, everyone's ratings are different, so yeah, I get the standard 5. I just thought Calafiore just made me smile when he came on. To be fair, I enjoyed watching him. Arteta the man gets a 0. Hasn't learned anything. He hasn't. And it's slightly concerning. I feel that maybe we should calm down about the Champions League. That ain't happening. Let's concentrate on the domestic trophies, I think, because I don't see Champions League happening with Arteta at all. Big up to Gary. Hope you're doing well. Big up to DWTT saying hello. Good to see you, Bobby. Well, you can't see me because I'm currently in my kitchen because my son's off school still, so no camera today. But yeah, I apologise. This is upset some people because I had a comment yesterday in the preview from someone that is classed as a friend, commenting the fact that we got no faces on. Well, I do show my face, and I do show my face when I'm comfortable, but with my son being off at school and I'm currently in the kitchen, I have no wish to do it. You can hear me, and that's fine. I'll still do the slides, I'll still do the shows. I apologise if anyone's offended because you can't see me. But you will see me tomorrow night because I will do the preview at 7. So yeah, I'll be upstairs. So all good. Big up to 00 Slice X. interesting name. You have to explain why that name is. That's awesome. I understand disappointment on not winning the game. Why are some fans acting like it's an apocalypse? I'm definitely not. Yes, the injuries have me worried, but geez, you'd think we're on the verge of relegation. 100%. Yeah. That's totally correct, isn't it? The X place is mental. We've got it in our group WhatsApp, to be fair. People overreacting, and I'm like, it's a point. We didn't get annihilated. Other teams have been annihilated by Atalanta. We weren't. I'm all for it. Look, we then move on. I think is it 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to the next game. Let's see how we get on. But currently, the performances that Arteta has with Arsenal in the Champions League are concerning me. We had it last season. We had it the season before. It is slightly concerning. The way that we perform in Europe is extremely challenging. So currently, I'm going to just forget about the Champions League as a trophy that we can win, and just concentrate on domestics. I think that's how my mind is going to have to work at the moment, because I don't want to get upset because of one trophy. We're still in the league. We're still in the League Cup. We've still got a chance of FA Cup. Let's just concentrate on those domestics, because I guarantee everyone will be delighted if we win the league. So I'm just going to forget about the Champions League, because I don't see it happening right now under Arteta, with the way that we are and the way that we play and our squad depth. I just don't feel that's enough. So I'm going to forget about Champions League for now. Just concentrate on domestics. Only thing that's important, we can hear you. I do most of my proof. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. You know, I do majority of the streams on camera, as everyone knows. I do all the watch alongs on camera when I do watch alongs. I actually enjoyed not doing the watch along last night, because I actually just got to enjoy and chill. And because of I got heart issues, so when I've finished doing a watch along live with you guys, it takes me a while for my heart to just calm down. So I don't normally get to bed for quite a while after a watch along in midweek. So I actually managed to get to sleep a little bit early last night, which is quite nice, because I was kind of calm. So obviously I've got social anxiety, so it doesn't help with my heart rate and stuff like that. So yeah, Trey Noyoni is on FIFA. I'm so glad about that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, to be fair, I'm guessing Waneri and some of the Arsenal youth will be on FIFA as well, to be fair. I'm and ahhing whether or not I'll get it. I had FIFA 20, whatever it's called, FC 24, whatever the hell it is, FIFA 24. I downloaded it on Game Pass because it was on Game Pass, and I had a look at it. And to be fair, it is just like FIFA. It is literally just like FIFA. It's literally just FIFA in it. Let's be honest. But it looked a decent game. So yeah, I'd be delighted. The thing is, I'm never Arsenal on FIFA. Never am. I like challenging myself. Excellent stuff. Cheers, Chris. Appreciate that. Yeah. The thing is, I just don't have enough time to play it. So yeah, for me, it's a bit tricky finding the time, unfortunately. Right, let's move on to Arteta review. Starting lineup, can't pick it, can't knock him for that. So not wrong with that. Substitutions, not wrong with that. Apart from not taking off Martinelli, I think he needs to take him out the firing line. So he's going to get marked down for that. So he's currently on a 7. Performance-wise, it's going to have to go down to a 6 for me. That's not me being harsh, by the way. I just feel that our performances in Europe are not the greatest. You know, this is, yes, it's a league, but it's still a knockout competition. So go out and bloody win the game. You know, I tell you, if we were right, if we were to have our shackles taken off and we win 8 games out of 8, the whole of Europe we poo in their pants having to play us, and that's what you want. You want them to be nervous. We went. It's. I'm not saying we went out there to draw, but we definitely did not go out there to make sure we didn't lose. That's the way we went out. We went out there to make sure we didn't lose. But it didn't feel like we were going out there to win either, which is worrying. Nwaneri and Lewis Kelly only ones on it from youth. Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, they are only 2 players that I think we will probably see this season, because Lewis Skelly has taken El Neni's place. Nwaneri is obviously part of our first team. So a little bit weirded out that Setford or Nygaard isn't there. Because technically that means we've only got 2 goalkeepers, Neto and Raya. But yeah, so for me, Arteta gets a 6. I think that's quite fair. Right, let's take that off. Nice little fishes. As you can do, I'd always do the fishes for the reaction. It's like a calming influence, hopefully. But yes, guys, thank you very much for coming on. We've got over 100 people watching currently now. Thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow to do the Man City preview. I will be doing the watch along as well on Sunday. As much as I hate doing City games, got to be done because it's me Arsenal, and Arsenal love outnotches everything else. Then I will do the reaction. Well, to be fair, at the moment, there's nothing to really lose my head over. I know a lot of people lost their head over the Rice red card for the Brighton game. But at the end of the day, as I said, it was a red card. So I'm not going to lose my head over that. I hope I never have to this season. But if I do, I will. I don't hold back if I feel that something really has gone wrong. But I'm hoping it doesn't happen because obviously I want a nice season. So hopefully it doesn't happen. But guys, I am out of here. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you definitely tomorrow because I will be back. Take care. Bye-bye.